Hey, what's up YouTube? Sorry if I look a little bit red in the face and a bit puffed out. That's because I am. Currently out on my handbike, which is a Stricker City Compact. It's got 10 speeds, yeah, it's not particularly easy to ride on, I must say, especially up and down any sort of hill. It attaches to my wheelchair. I don't know if you can see there, a couple of clamps on the front. It's really a case of just doing up these little kind of bolt things here, and away you go. It's that simple. Recently got this a few months back now, I guess, and I've clocked up quite a total of some good mileage actually. I'll have a quick look on my bike computer. 83 miles so far. Today I'm up to 5.3 and another 3 or so to go, which would be my longest ride in total so far. Aiming just to keep fit really. I don't have a handbike in the gym I go to, it's purely weights. So this is a great method of getting out and about, enjoying some of the local countryside and some of the quieter roads. Yeah, well, I guess I'll carry on with my ride anyway and report back in a few miles time and see if you can notice how much redder I am in the face. Back again, now up to 6.9 miles, and pretty much since the last little install I did, it's all been uphill. I finally crested the last hill and it is now thankfully downhill all the way back from here. I am exhausted. That's my longest ride by far so far. I think 6.2 miles was my longest previously. Yeah, I'll feel this one tomorrow I think, and later. I thought I'd just quickly talk when I'm having a rest about little bits and pieces on the bike. I will give you a more in-depth bit of footage at the end of the video. When I get home I'll sort of go through a few things, but I've got here brake, which is currently on because I'm on a bit of a hill, and gear change shifter. Now this changes the gears, they're integral to the front hub. It's very much like a Boris bike apparently, same kind of system as that. And then here on the top I've got this button which I can push in and push back from the other way, which changes the gear ratio by sort of 2.5 times. So currently I've got it in sort of downhill mode, so I can go a bit faster. But yeah, it does gives you the 5 gears in the front hub, and then another 5 gears afterwards to go and play with and go a bit faster. This here is strapped to my back when I'm out riding. If I can get it to sort of sit there, I can show you. I've got on the left handlebar here, I can indicate to the right, indicate left, indicate straight on. I can put like a little, this is what I normally have, just my sort of exclamation mark flashing just so cars can see me. And you can also have this little, if I press and hold, I just have sort of almost a screensaver type thing just whipping around on it while I'm waiting to press something else. So yeah, that's quite a cool little thing, got that as a present. Behind me I have on both sides flashing lights, on that side, on this side, so I'm well lit up. I want to make sure people see me. It might seem a bit overkill, I know it's daytime, but still, it's better to be seen than not. Sorry about the camera there. Other stuff, on the front here, this big block that's hanging off the front here, this is a weight. Problem with these is, being front wheel drive, you can't get any traction up the hills. None, at all. It's useless. And in fact, when I first took it out, I started off at the top of a hill, which I thought would be lovely, went all down these nice hills, and on the way back up, I couldn't actually pedal up. I had to push with the push rims on the back, so kind of defeated the object of having pedals. So yeah, I bought that. That's a 7.5 kilo weight. It comes from Stricker themselves. 150 quid. They relieved me off for that, which is nice of them. And then attached to the front on top is my backpack with some little supplies and things in it, and also these 2 silver things sticking out the top. They're the wheels which hold the handbike when it's not attached to the wheelchair. They just hold it in position, so it's easy to wheel up to and wheel out of as well. Got a bike computer here, which I think I can try and show you. There we are, 6.9 miles, and then my drinks bottle attached as well, just to the side, because you do need a drink when you're doing this. Yeah, so looking forward to a bit of downhill now. I'm expecting it to be probably about 8.5 miles or so when I get back, something around there. And yeah, I'll be pleased to put this back in the garage. I'll see you in a bit. So here we are, I've made it home. 8.3 miles if you can see there. Just over an hour and a quarter that's taken. So not a bad little effort. I am pretty exhausted. So here is a better, closer look, as I promised, of the Stricker handbike attachment. These 2 black brackets here that sit on the side, they clamp onto the sort of front bars, the supports I guess of the frame of the wheelchair. You just clamp them in place, and then these things here, you clip them in, and as you push the wheelchair, or do that to both sides, as you push it away, it lifts up and clicks in place, and that sort of, those brackets lock it in place then, so the casters are lifted off the floor. And then I personally take out the silver supports, the support wheels, just to save a bit of weight or something extra to catch on a bump, isn't it? Forgot to mention as well, for braking, you can backpedal on this. That puts the brakes on, which is quite nice. I use that feature a lot more than grabbing the brake. The brake I tend to use, brake down here with the red thing attached, is more of a parking brake for me. Moving around, I've got a couple of lights attached. I've got a really bright light here at the top, plus another one just further down which came with it, which this one I put on flashing. There's my bell. Every bike needs a bell. Yeah, this one's got an integral battery, and I just put it onto flashing mode normally when I'm out and it's starting to get a bit dusky. And the other light I actually use as a proper bright spotlight. It also does flash mode as well if I need to, but I tend to use that just for seeing where I'm going. And that's got a battery pack attached here, which is just velcroed on, and I connect it up when I need it. Yeah, drinks bottle, bike computer, indicator toggle switch thing there, and then the bag attachment on the front, and they come off just by pressing those click fix brackets. You just press them and take the weight off, so the whole thing comes apart. Wait for this model because it folds, which is a bit of a bonus really, because I can get this in and out of the car. This bracket here in the middle, sorry about this, not great at filming today. You just basically undo that and it will fold in half. Yeah, it does go into the back of a car. It's quite heavy, which is a bit of a downside, but it is doable. Not on my own, but with a bit of help I can get it into the car. I tend to just take it out locally, to be honest. Also, I tend to put on these wheels here, some off-roadies, some good solid tyres on them. They just add to the comfort really, add to the comfort of the ride. Instead of my Spinergies, probably would go a bit faster on the Spinergies if, you know, push came to shove, but I like the extra little bit of suspension almost that you get from these slightly deflated off-road tyres. So that is about it. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about, but yeah, I do recommend getting one if you fancy it. You want to keep fit, they're brilliant fun. Yeah. And that's it. Handbike is away in the garage. I'm going to go and have a well-earned bath now.